Hello and welcome to the weekly Kashmir University's Video Digest Quest. First, a look at the highlights. One-day workshop on career counselling held. DICA holds 2 workshops for nodal officers and college principals. And we also have some important notifications of the university. Now, the details with your host Shima. The Directorate of Lifelong Learning organized a day-long seminar on career counselling for the Valley students. The workshop was held at the Gandhi Bhavan Auditorium. Director DLL Dr. Ghulam Hassan Mir, while presenting welcome address, told the participants that the world is not a small place to live. He told them that there are unlimited number of opportunities for them if they move out. Dr. Mee said that, keeping in view the career of students, DLL organizes such career advancement programs so that they are able to know what opportunities are there for them. Speaking on the occasion, Dean Academic Affairs Professor Muhammad Ashraf Wani said that the state of Jammu and Kashmir is going through a tough time. The economic crisis and lack of employment has impacted the youth of state, he said in his speech.
One of the most challenging problems that we are face to face with is unemployment and economic crisis which our state faces, of which our youth are the direct victims. Only those who belong to the creamy layer can expect a job either in private or public sector. So we have to consider these things. This is very important. For making a career, we have to understand ourselves first. I have to understand myself, that what potentialities I am endowed with. We should not unnecessarily entertain some hope which does not commensurate with my innate capabilities.
Professor Wani stressed that the youth of the state should think beyond the borders in order to get employment.
We don't have a private sector. The unemployment problem has saturated. There is no employment opportunities here. So we have to think beyond borders. That's very important. There is no other alternative but to look beyond borders for jobs also. Had our doctors and engineers, particularly the doctors, if they had not gone outside, we would have thousands of unemployed doctors.
Director Radio Kashmir Srinagar, Mr. Said Himayun Kaisar, while encouraging the youth of the state to aim high and remain focused on what they want to achieve, said that one cannot sail on 2 boats at the same time.
When you aim for something, you want to achieve something, you set a time frame, go full throttle for that. No half-hearted attempts, basically. Second option you have to keep in mind. Second option means, what will you do in case there are certain kind of hurdles which you are not able to cross or you are not able to achieve? What next you will do? But the problem with us is, our 10+2 students wants to become a doctor, but he takes additional math also as an insurance policy. So he falls in both of them. He's not able to achieve even one of them. Our youngsters are trying for KAS. Side by side, they are doing MPhil. They are trying for PhD, they are into MA, they are doing some distance course, they want to follow some other thing as well. So divided concentration is a dangerous thing.
Political analyst Dr. Wajahat Qazi stressed on the need of venturing outside the state to explore avenues for their talent.
नौजवानों में, यहाँ के लड़कियों में ज़हीन तो हैं, बहुत ज़हीन हैं, लेकिन खुद एतमादियत नहीं है, सेल्फ कॉन्फिडेंस नहीं है. तो वो सेल्फ कॉन्फिडेंस तभी आ जाती है जब आप अपने आप के अंदर जाएं, अपने आप को डिस्कवर करें और अपने आप को पहचानें. और वो पहचान उस वक्त आपके साथ तभी आ सकती है जब एक डिफरेंट माहौल में आप आ जाएं, और वो जो माहौल होता है वो एक चैलेंजिंग माहौल होता है. एक नई दुनिया देखने को आपको मिलती है. उस दुनिया को देख के आपका जो इल्मी सफर, सोशल सफर, पर्सनालिटी सफर, उससे आपको खुद की पहचान आ जाती है. तो इसलिए बाहर जाना बहुत जरूरी है आपके लिए.
Head Department of Politics and International Affairs, the University of Westminster, Dr. Deptt urged students and scholars to remain focused on their research proposals while applying for scholarships in foreign universities.
Please don't expect any generosity, because scholarships and fellowships are never about generosity. And sadly, even scholarships are not about needy. So for instance, you might be very well off and talented, you might be poor and talented. But in, let's say, in UK context, in European context, the fact that you're needy and you're not needy doesn't make any difference. And that's not right, but that's how it functions. So the need is never, mostly not a criteria. It is what's broadly seen as the strength of your proposal and strength of your profile. So you have to base yourself, therefore, on strength of your profile and build that up. And therefore saying that I am poor, and even when we want to help you, we really can't do much.
Majority of the people are studying not because they have some ideological commitment to studying, because they want to study, they have some deep academic interests, they harbor some deep curiosity. That comes along the way. But let's be honest, majority of the people here are studying so that they can have a better life, have a better job, have a better life. That's true. So let's deal with these two categories separately. Now, for both these categories, I would strongly recommend leaving India and going to a country with more resources, for a simple fact. You see, in India, we have a lot of population, and we have limited resources. That makes it hard to get in very good universities. There are a limited number of good universities, and it's really hard to get in them because lots of people are trying to get in them.
The Directorate of Internal Quality Assurance organized a workshop for college principals and nodal officers in association with All India Survey of Higher Education, popularly known as AISH, for uploading of data for the year 2014-2016. The workshop was organized in collaboration with State's Higher Education Department. Under the AISH, the Ministry of Human Resource Development collects online information on higher educational institutions for making informed policy decisions. In his welcome address, Director DICA, Professor Fayaz Ahmed, urged all the heads of college to update profiles of their institutions on regular basis.
I have attended two meetings at Delhi in connection with AISHE. They are very particular in motivating and encouraging all colleges to upload the data. Reason being, they have opened a portal, Know Your College. Every student has an access to the information of all the colleges, that what the college is like. So not uploading the information means that we are not highlighting or we are not showcasing our own college. So that probably is not in the interest of our colleges. But unfortunately, our colleges have been showing very cold response.
Registrar and Chairman AISH Cell Kashmir, Professor Musaddiq Amin Suhaf, while speaking on the occasion, said that the need of the hour is to start producing knowledge workers rather than just graduates.
No economy in the world can operate in future if it is not, in its outlook, knowledge-based. So the question is, what is the knowledge-based and how it will have impact on the educational institutions? If you just look at the knowledge society, the entire task of the universities and affiliated colleges changes. We have not to produce now graduates or postgraduates, but we have to produce knowledge workers.
Professor Suhaf said that education institutions should incorporate modern education system so that the Valley students can compete with international universities.
If you just look at our graduates and postgraduates that we produce, they are able to create the knowledge, but they have never used the knowledge. So therefore, the need of the hour is that we must blend the two, the practitioner's knowledge and the academic knowledge. If these two will not join hands together, we will be automatically irrelevant after some time, and we will have the same fate like government schools, that staff is in place, infrastructure is in place, but they have lost relevance. If you ask any parent that enroll their children in government schools, they will not accept, despite the fact that most capable and qualified staff is with the government schools. Same thing will happen. This time we are not actually feeling this kind of experience because we are not actually, India is not opening its educational sector to foreign competitors.
Joint Director, Higher Education Department, Mr. Altaf Hussain Qadri, while stressing the importance of updating database, told participants that all the government funding to any college will depend on the ASH report.
जो भी ASH के जरिए हमें सर्वे मिलेगा, on that basis the government will be funded. अगर हमें ASH का वो डेटा हमने उनको नहीं दिया है, इस वक्त हमारी स्टेट जो है, खासकर कश्मीर डिवीजन, वो सारे स्टेटों में डाउन पर है. जम्मू की जो प्रोग्रेस है वो थी 75 अबो, लेकिन जो कश्मीर की है वो 55 ही थी. विद द रिजल्ट उन्होंने कहा कि हम आपकी फंडिंग नहीं करेंगे जब तक कि आप इसका ये इम्प्रूवमेंट नहीं करेंगे. एक बात तो ये है सर. दूसरी बात ये है कि जो भी प्राइवेट कॉलेजेस है, जब वो रजिस्ट्रेशन के लिए अप्लाई करेंगे विद द सिविल सेक्टर, जो हमारे डिपार्टमेंट में पहुंचेगी, जब तक उस एप्लीकेशन के साथ एश का फॉर्मेट नहीं होगा कि हमने ये अपलोड किया है, तब तक उनका वो केस प्रोसेस नहीं होगा.
Principal Amar Singh College, Professor Muhammad Aslam Baba said that one should take help of the information data system to achieve quality higher education.
We have already implemented the scheme, RUSA scheme in our J&K state. Under RUSA scheme, we have different components, and one of the component is that you have to upload the data on ASH. Then we have to start semester system of examination, which we have already started. Then third point is we have to introduce choice-based credit system. Another point is we have to go for baseline survey. Another point is that we have to access and accredit our institutions as per the NAC team. Then we have to open an account which is called as RUSA account. So all these things we are lagging. This is unfortunate. I request my colleagues convey my message to the head of the institutions that we must try to overcome our difficulties.
Deputy Director DICA, Mr. Shaukat Shafi, conducted the proceedings of the function. Later in an interactive session, participants put forth their suggestions and comments. Staying on with DICA, the Directorate of Internal Quality Assurance organized a meeting of nodal officers of various departments of the university. The meeting was organized to apprise them about the importance of online submission of information on academic and research activities undertaken by the departments. The meeting was held in the committee room of the administration block. Welcoming the participants, Director DICA Professor Fayaz Ahmed told nodal officers that they must expedite the work they have been assigned.
ये पहला पार्ट जो हम इस साल का एनुअल रिपोर्ट, मतलब ये चीज जहन में लेके चलना है कि साहब ये जो आपके पास डिटेल्स हैं यही पब्लिश हो जाएंगी. मिनवान हम बहुत कम इसमें करेक्शंस या बाकी चीज करते हैं, ये सोच के कि हमने इसमें बहुत सारे रिविजन्स किए हुए होते हैं. 31 को हमने बंद किया, फिर 2-3 दिन के बाद टीचर्स के रिक्वेस्ट पे कि साहब क्लास वर्क ऑन है, हमने भी पूरा नहीं भरा, हमने ऑन किया और अब तक ऑन रखा. जब कल को ये पब्लिक डॉक्यूमेंट बनता है और लगभग सभी यूनिवर्सिटीज में जाता है और स्टेट के सभी ऑफिस में जाता है, और फिर अच्छा नहीं लगेगा कि साहब हमारा अपना कुलिएगा उसका कंट्रीब्यूशन वहां पे नहीं है, क्योंकि सारी कंट्रीब्यूशन को इकट्ठा करके यकजा करके हमारी यूनिवर्सिटी का रिपोर्ट बनता है. मतलब कल को हमारा काउंसिल होगा, काउंसिल मीटिंग में हमें देनी है पब्लिकेशंस, फिर वो कैटेगराइजेशंस, फिर कॉन्फ्रेंसेस अटेंडेड, ऑर्गेनाइज. अगर एक भी फैकल्टी मेंबर का छूट जाएगा तो फर्क पड़ जाता है. हमने ये सोचा कि अगर इसमें कोई कमी पेशी रही होगी हम यहाँ पे पहले डिस्कस करेंगे, फिर हम ये आपसे कलेक्ट कर लेंगे. तो अगर आपने इसमें हार्ड कॉपी में भी कोई करेक्शंस की होंगी हम उनको इनकॉर्पोरेट कर लेंगे और एनुअल रिपोर्ट अपना कंप्लीट करेंगे.
He urged the teaching community to extend its full support to the DICA in updating their annual academic activities on research, projects, etc. to help the university in preparing its annual report.
एनुअल रिपोर्ट कंप्लीट करने के बाद इमीडिएटली हमारा काउंसिल होगा अप्रैल में, और अप्रैल में वीसी साहब को देना होता है वो प्रेजेंटेशन पिछले काउंसिल से लेके नेक्स्ट काउंसिल तक, क्योंकि हमारे इस फॉर्मेट में इंफॉर्मेशन अवेलेबल रहती है मंथ बेसिस पे. तो हमारे पास अब दिसंबर तक का डाटा अवेलेबल है, फिर अप्रैल तक का हमको डाटा चाहिए. तो हम हमेशा ये रिक्वेस्ट करते रहेंगे कि साहब आप कंटिन्यूअसली अपडेट करते जाइए, क्योंकि ये क्लोज करने के बाद हम 16 हम ऑनलाइन लाइव करेंगे, ताकि 16 अप्रैल जब काउंसिल होगी तब जाके हमें और दिक्कत ना हो। इसमें रेगुलरली हमारा बायोडाटा अपडेट होता है, डिपार्टमेंट की इंफॉर्मेशन अपडेट होती है, उस हिसाब से भी हम एडवांटेज में हैं कि सब हमारा अपना बायोडाटा अपडेटेड रहे।
Later, various nodal officers put forward their suggestions on how to improve upon submission and uploading of online information. The program was organized as a part of university's e-governance initiatives to provide a user-friendly interface for nodal officers. Now, some important notifications of the university. The university hostels except research scholars hostel shall remain closed from February 1 and shall reopen from March 1. However, the students whose examinations are scheduled to be held beyond February 1 can stay in the hostels until their examinations are completed. The admission process for MBA, MBA in Financial Management and MTTM programs for the academic session 2016 will commence from first week of March 2016. The admission shall be made on the basis of latest CMAT score of September 2015, February 2016. The Department of Library and Information Science is organizing an all-India seminar on digital resource and their impact on research. The two-day seminar will be organized on March 9 and 10. The last date for abstract submission is March 1. Abstracts and full-text papers should be mailed to efdl.dlis@gmail.com or sumeersuheel@gmail.com. To know more about these events, log on to our website kashmiruniversity.net or kashmiruniversity.ac.in. With this, we come to the end of today's program. In case you have missed some part of the program, log on to our website emmrckashmir.com, where you can watch the whole episode. Send us your suggestions at our email address quest@emmrckashmir.com. Before I take you leave, here are a few words of wisdom. No tears in the writer, no tears in the reader. No surprise in the writer, no surprise in the reader.